Most people hear Pope Leo and think it's just a name. But they're wrong. Leo means lion. It's the name of warriors, defenders, leaders who don't flinch in the face of chaos. 13 popes have borne it. Each carved their legacy into the bones of church history. And if a pope today ever chose the name Leo XIV, it wouldn't be tradition. It would be a declaration. Leo the Great, the shield of Rome. Pope Saint Leo I, 440 to 461, wasn't just a spiritual leader. He was a theologian, a statesman, and a man unshaken by threats that made empires tremble. When heresies like Monophysitism threatened church unity, Leo stood firm. His Tome of Leo became doctrine at the Council of Chalcedon. But perhaps most legendary, when Attila the Hun approached Rome, it was Leo, not an army, who rode out to meet him. And somehow, the scourge of God turned back. That is why they called him Leo the Great, the singing pope and the humble hero. Leo II, 682 to 683, had a short papacy, but left behind a song. Literally, he confirmed the Sixth Ecumenical Council, condemned heresies, and composed sacred hymns for the divine office. Humility, clarity, harmony, a lion in robes of peace, crowning an emperor. Leo III, 795 to 816, didn't just guide the church, he shaped Europe. On Christmas Day, 800 AD, he placed a crown on Charlemagne's head and resurrected the Roman Empire. In one act, he declared the unity of church and empire and redefined power in medieval Europe. The wall builder of Rome. Leo IV, 847 to 855, was a pope with a hammer. After Muslim raids devastated the city, he built the Leonine Wall to defend the Vatican. He rebuilt shattered churches, organized naval alliances, and won a decisive battle at Ostia in 849. He was a pope who literally fortified the faith. Chaos and caretakers. Then came a string of Leos who ruled in stormy seas. Leo V, 903, deposed by an antipope after just weeks. Leo VI, 928, ruled for 7 months during the Saeculum Obscurum, the darkest age of the papacy. Leo VII, 936 to 939, promoted monastic reform and brought peace among warring nobles. They weren't warriors in battle, but in survival. They kept the flame alive. Struggle with the empire. Leo VIII, 963 to 965, was at the center of imperial intrigue. Placed by Emperor Otto I during a power struggle, he was considered an antipope by some and legitimate by others. But eventually, he reconciled and held the throne officially. Sometimes being pope meant walking a political tightrope. The reformer before the schism. Saint Leo IX, 1049 to 1054, fought corruption from within. He cracked down on simony, enforced priestly celibacy, and tried, unsuccessfully, to heal the East-West divide before the Great Schism. He was even taken prisoner by Normans in battle, and treated like a king in chains. He reigned during a time of shaking walls, but never blinked. The Medici and the Reformation firestorm. Leo X, 1513 to 1521, was born into wealth, the Medici legacy. He patronized the arts, loved luxury, and reigned during a spiritual earthquake, the beginning of the Protestant Reformation. He excommunicated Martin Luther, but also sold indulgences that ignited rebellion. A Renaissance pope, brilliant, complex, and caught in history's fire. The Lightning Pope. Leo XI, 1605, reigned for just 27 days. Exhausted from his coronation, he died less than a month later. Nicknamed Papal, the Lightning Pope. Short reign. Long echo. Chapter 10, The Enforcer of Morals. Leo XII, 1823 to 1829, was strict, conservative, and determined. He fought Freemasonry, modernism, and the influence of Enlightenment ideals. Tightened censorship, but also sent missionaries to distant lands. He was the pope who closed the doors and lit the candles inside. The Social Lion. Leo XIII, 1878 to 1903, was the last Leo and one of the longest reigning popes. He issued Rerum Novarum, a groundbreaking encyclical on the rights of workers, laying the foundation for modern Catholic social teaching. He opened the Vatican archives. He saw visions of demonic war and wrote the prayer to Saint Michael. He was a lion in the modern jungle, roaring not with force, but with wisdom. Final chapter, Pope Leo XIV, a name waiting to roar again. If a pope today chose the name Leo XIV, it would not be coincidence. It would be a war cry. The name Leo carries weight. It speaks of popes who faced invaders, emperors, heresies, corruption, and modernism, and didn't flinch. It says, "I will lead. I will fight. I will stand as a lion for the Church." So when that day comes, and we hear the name Leo XIV echo through the Vatican, we'll know the lion has returned. Like this video if you believe the Church still needs lions. Subscribe to @CryptoStoic Insights for more hidden stories, forgotten heroes, and timeless legacies. Comment below, which Pope Leo do you admire the most? And would you follow Leo XIV?